On the day I graduated from college, the school bell gave me $4 million and asked me to be her contractual husband for 3 years, but 3 years together made me forget about the agreement between us. Today, half asleep and half awake, I climbed into her bed, but she kicked me off straight away. Asshole, don't touch me. Just like that, tortured both physically and mentally. I lived through 2,000 days and nights. Today, I can't hold it in anymore.
小暖
Let's get a divorce. The originally pleasant breakfast atmosphere, because of what I just said, dropped to freezing point in a second. Have you thought this through? If you file for divorce, you have to pay me $4 million in compensation. If you can't come up with the $4 million, I'll send you back to prison. Wen Nuan said in a slightly threatening tone. She didn't want a divorce right now. 3 years had made her used to having this guy named Shu Yi by her side. I nodded with a smile. Let's get divorced. It won't be good if we wait till he comes back to do this. Over the past 3 years, thank you for taking care of me. The $4 million I owe you. I'll figure out a way to pay you back within a year. Do you have time today? Let's go through the divorce procedures this afternoon. Her pride made Wen Nuan refuse to give me another chance, and we didn't even wait till the afternoon. Only 10 minutes after the Civil Affairs Bureau opened, we walked out of there already. Wen Nuan didn't even glance at me, and drove off. Left standing outside the door, my eyes were full of bitterness. Before she even drove 200 meters away, a phone call made Wen Nuan pull over to the side of the road. Right after she picked up the call, a familiar yet strange voice came from the other end. Wen Nuan, why did he answer your phone last night? I was so happy to tell you that I'm coming back to the country soon. But after I finished talking, it was him who said he got it. Did you two already... Duziteng. Get those dirty thoughts out of your head right now. I left my phone on the first floor last night. Anything else? I'm busy. After hearing another woman's voice on the phone, Wen Nuan hung up immediately. She suddenly thought she must have been out of her mind before. To even like such a playboy, getting divorced plus being disgusted by Duziteng. Wen Nuan really didn't feel like going to work at all. This Vice President Wen, who never skipped work without reason, miraculously took an unplanned day off. She drove back to the Wen family residence. Wen Nuan pushed the door straight into the bedroom. Chen Nuankyu, who hadn't gotten out of bed yet, tilted her head and looked at her precious daughter, then was pulled into a hug by her mom. Shu Yi and I got divorced. At 11 o'clock in the Wen's house, Wen Nuan was forced to sit on the sofa, facing interrogation from her parents. Old Wen usually dotes on his child a lot, but he didn't take his daughter's side today. He let his precious daughter get lectured. Wen Nuan, you are so ungrateful. We let you bully Shu Yi all the time. We didn't say anything about that. But how could you get a divorce? Over the past few years, your career has been going so smoothly. Who do you think was helping you behind your back? All those work tasks of yours, which one wasn't done by Shu Yi late at night for you? He takes care of everything for you at home. It's such a waste of Shu Yi's talents. He makes you breakfast and dinner every day, runs your bathwater for you, even washes your underwear for you. Who was it that told me last time how nice it is to have a man at home? And now you tell me you got divorced? Shu Yi must have done something terrible in his past life. To end up with someone like you? Wen Nuan felt embarrassed being yelled at like that, puffed out her chest and retorted, Am I your daughter? Or is Shu Yi your child? Let me tell you, Shu Yi is the one who asked for the divorce. Your daughter got dumped. Old Wen next to her got furious immediately after hearing that. Took out his phone angrily to question that kid. How is my daughter not good enough? For that little brat. But before he could dial the number, Chen Nuankyu yelled at him and stopped him. You dare to call Shu Yi to question him? Aren't you afraid Shu Yi will say that Wen Nuan has another man in her heart? Isn't she just waiting for that little brat from the Du family to come back? Do you think I don't know that? Or does Shu Yi not know that? Wen Nuan, listen to me. If you dare to date that little brat from the Du family, I'll take back all the shares you hold right now. Then we'll see the Du family's little brat kick you to the curb. Those shares belong to my dad. You think your dad dares give them to you, old Wen? Want to practice military boxing with me? Chen Nuankyu glared at Uncle Wen. This time he took his wife's side. Then he frowned and said softly to Wen Nuan, I feel the same as your mom. We will never approve of you dating Duziteng. Wen Nuan lifted her head. stared at her parents furiously, gnashed her teeth and snarled. It's Xu Yi who dumped your daughter first. I didn't dump him, okay? Du Ziteng called me last night saying he's coming back to China. He'll marry me as soon as he gets back. Xu Yi picked up that call. He asked for a divorce this morning. What do you expect me to do, huh? If you love Xu Yi so much, go stick with him. Faced with Xiao Nuan's rebellion, Chen Nuanqiu didn't care about it at all. She stared at her daughter with a mocking look. You think your silly little tricks can fool your own mother? Du Ziteng's coming back, right? Starting tomorrow, I'll sell your apartment at half price. Now that you're divorced, move back home. If you dare come home later than 9 p.m., I'll break your legs. You can date whoever you want later. Literally anyone. Except Du Ziteng. I'm putting my foot down today, and you're not going anywhere today either. I'm going to talk to Xu Yi right now to find out why he asked for the divorce. Xiaonan, you better hope Xu Yi doesn't tell me the truth. With that, Chen Nuanqiu stood up. She shot old Wen a threatening look. If he dares let Wen Nuan go out, he'll never have a peaceful day again. Chen Nuanqiu used to serve in the army, so she never beats around the bush. She won't try to coax Xiao Nuan with soft words either, because that's old Wen's role in the family. If she doesn't act tough enough, no one in this house can control this girl. Chen Nuanqiu went back to her room and took out a property deed. She glared at Xiao Nuan. If you don't want your second uncle to send troops to arrest you, stay at home and behave yourself. I'm going to sell the apartment today. Then go talk to Xu Yi. Do whatever the hell you want. I must be the kid you picked up from the street, right? Go dote on your precious son Xu Yi then. Chen Nuanqiu ignored Wen Nuan, opened the door and stormed out. Right then I had no idea where to go, so I was wandering on the street. Suddenly, my Gudong phone started ringing. I saw the contact name mother-in-law on the screen. Sweat immediately rolled down my forehead. I shakily answered the phone and said, Hello? Hi there. You little brat. Think I'm too nice to you, huh? Say hi again, I dare you. I'll call the army right now and have you shot. Mom, I'm sorry. That's a good boy. You haven't had lunch yet, right? I'm waiting for you at Baixing Kaylee. I want to ask you about your divorce with Xiao Nuan. I'm only giving you 10 minutes. If you dare not show up, I know if I don't come, you'll send troops to arrest me. I'll be there in 10 minutes, I promise. It was scorching hot at noon in summer. I couldn't get a taxi, so I ran all the way. When I walked into the private room, my mother-in-law was just taking out her phone, as if she was about to make a call. Chen Nuanqiu looked at me, who was out of breath, and nodded slightly. Not bad. You still respect me as your mother-in-law even after the divorce. Tell me why you divorced Wen Nuan. Think carefully before you answer, or I'll really kill you. Seeing no way out, I lied that I had health issues and couldn't have children. Let's go to the hospital. I'll call Xiao Nuan right now and ask her to come with us. When it comes to my mother-in-law, I have absolutely no way out. I definitely can't go to the hospital. If she finds out I'm lying, I'm as good as dead. I sighed, sat down on the chair and said in a low voice, Xiaonan and I got married just for a deal. Years ago when I was in trouble, my mom needed 400,000 wen for surgery. I had no other options. So I begged Xiaonuan to help me. She had dirt on me, so we agreed to get married. I helped her deal with you too. Now our contract has expired. I can't hold Xiaonuan back any longer. I had no choice. Trying to play tricks in front of my mother-in-law would only get me in worse trouble, so I had to tell her the truth, honestly. But when I was coming clean, I took all the blame on myself. But it seemed like my mother-in-law's focus wasn't on our marriage agreement at all. Instead, she frowned and questioned me. Huh? Am I that old? No, you're not old at all. Oh, I missed a word. Mom, you're not old at all, hey. People even say you and Xiaonuan are sisters when you go out. Chen Nuanqiu looked satisfied. Then she spoke up. A marriage agreement, huh? I can just treat the past 3 years as you two dating. Xiaonuan does have a lot of flaws, that's true. She's obviously super messy. Yet she keeps yelling that she's a neat freak. She has 0 life skills, other than her good education and looks. She has no other strengths? Are you saying you don't like Xiaonuan at all? After all these years, you'd grow attached even to a dog you live with, right? I'm not calling you a dog. I'm talking about Xiaonuan. My tough mother-in-law made me sweat non-stop on my forehead. I wiped the sweat and whispered, You know where I come from. If I didn't have a skeleton in my closet you knew about. A girl like Xiao Nuan would never even talk to me in my whole life. Relationships need people from matching backgrounds, right? Even if I liked Xiao Nuan, it's no use. She's into someone else. That little punk from the Du family. Du Ziteng, he only has eyes for... The Changjiang group shares Xiao Nuan holds, right? Only a dummy like Xiao Nuan would think. Her brother Ziteng actually likes her for real. You didn't even tell me you wanted a divorce. What are we gonna do now? Du Ziteng is back. That dummy Xiao Nuan is gonna throw herself at him like a moth to a flame. Are we just gonna hand over all the hard work? Lao Wen put in his whole life to the Du family. I just regret not having a son, damn it. I really didn't dare respond to that. I couldn't nod, and I couldn't shake my head either. But luckily, Chen Nuan-Q didn't give me too hard a time. She pulled 100,000 wen out of her bag and tossed it to me. So you got divorced, big deal. I'm not some old-fashioned stick in the mud. For the past 3 years, you've called me mom. Even if you're not my son-in-law now, you're still half my son. Xiao Nuan is petty. If you had even 10,000 wen to your name, I'd have lived all these years for nothing. Take this money first. Use it for whatever you need. Don't even think about leaving this city. If anything happens to Lao Wen and me in the future, we'll still need you to help out. If you dare say no, I'll get guys from the army to take you out. No, I won't say no, I won't. Once you take someone's money, you owe them. And this isn't a small amount. But I really didn't dare not take it. I've known how tough my mother-in-law is, for way longer than just a day or two. While we were eating, Chen Nuan-Q suddenly spoke up. Wen Nuan can't get the Changxiang staff to listen to her now, right? I nodded while shoveling rice into my mouth. Chen Nuan-Q liked me more, the more she looked at me as her son-in-law. Good-looking. Perfect match for Wen Nuan. And super talented, too. She squinted at me and smiled. Want to go back to work at Changxiang Group? I can ask Lao Wen to give you a position as head of the planning department. I shook my head with a bitter smile. Mom, don't joke around. If I go back to Changxiang, Wen Nuan will think I'm still chasing her. We're divorced. We should keep our distance. Besides, the regular staff at Changxiang don't know about my relationship with Xiao Nuan, but the higher-ups have met me. Also, that guy is coming back. I'm Wen Nuan's ex-husband, after all. Watching my ex-wife hang out with another guy would make me feel bad, you know? Can you just spare my poor life, please? Chen Nuan-Q looked clearly disappointed. She sighed softly. Oh, you save all your pride for dealing with us. And don't give any of it to that silly girl Xiao Nuan. She's still dumb enough to think. All your skills are what she taught you. If you insist on this, I won't force you, but even though you're divorced from Xiao Nuan, don't rush to get married again. If you meet a girl you like, tell me first. If being nice doesn't work, we'll throw money at her. I won't date anyone for a while. I'll fix all the troubles first, then buy a place in this city. Before I think about dating, Mom, you should go play mahjong now. This is already Aunt Zhao's 4th call. Right as I said that, Chen Nuan-Q's phone rang. Chen Nuan-Q answers the call and starts cursing immediately. Rush. Are you rushing me to my grave? I'm having dinner with my son-in-law, okay? Why are you people bugging me non-stop? Wait up, I'm gonna come over and take all your money. Is Xiaoyi next to you? Bring her along too. Let sis give her some proper love. Ha, Xiaoyi's cooking is absolutely amazing. Pfft, shameless. Don't flirt with my son-in-law. There are tons of single guys out there for you. Shuyi, Auntie Zhao is asking if you want to come? No thanks, Auntie Zhao. I've got stuff to do this afternoon. I need to buy groceries for Xiao Nuan. The second I say that, I freeze up all of a sudden. Turns out habits really form without you noticing. The sweet lady on the other end of the line snarls through clenched teeth. Chen Nuan-Q, get over here so I can kill you. My tough-as-nails mother-in-law leaves, driving a super low-key Audi A6. Back on the street again, I have a bitter look on my face. Then I clench my fist. A new life's about to start. Gonna go buy some cigarettes. I'm pretty optimistic by nature. After buying a pack of smokes, I head to the realtor to look for housing. I end up picking a slightly overpriced, top-floor duplex apartment. 4 million yuan in debt can't be paid off just by pinching pennies. If I want to pay off what I owe, being thrifty alone is not going to cut it. Meanwhile, Xiao Nuan is on the verge of a breakdown. Their apartment was sold. Her mom told her casually that she lost the apartment to Auntie Zhao playing mahjong. If she has any complaints, go talk to Zhao. For as long as she can remember, this Zhao has forced her to call her sister instead of aunt. Wen Nuan has always kept her at arm's length. This disrespectful elder always chases her around asking how good my stamina is. That makes Wen Nuan, who is totally inexperienced, have no idea how to respond when it comes to stuff like this. Wen Nuan is as innocent as a blank sheet of paper. Right now, Wen Nuan is sitting on the edge of the bed, zoning out. Does she really like Du Ziteng? Or is she just using him as an emotional crutch? She has been abroad for years. Time has actually faded all those old feelings away. When we first got married, we'd stay up till midnight chatting on international calls. As time went by, those late-night chats shrank to just an hour. Eventually, the calls would end the second I call out, "That dinner is ready." I'd also get up super early on her worst days of the month to cook her a bowl of fish, head tofu soup, or sometimes pork rib soup. I'd make her ginger wolfberry tea in a thermos too, and tell her to take it to work. Xiao Nuan gets confused all of a sudden. Du Ziteng's face in her memory is getting more and more blurry, while my face is getting clearer and clearer. Wen Nuan can't stand this thought at all. I was the one who dumped him. She would never allow herself to think of this man. Under these stupid circumstances, almost breaking down, Xiao Nuan grabs her keys and phone before rushing out of the house. At the bar, Xiao Nuan looks around at the unfamiliar surroundings. She summoned up the courage to walk into this place she's never visited, and has always deeply hated the idea of, but she needs to let off steam. The more Xiao Nuan drinks, the angrier she gets. How can she be so pathetic to think of that guy Shu Yi? So what if he's a good cook? Keeps the apartment spotless. Does laundry really well? Is super smart. And is kinda handsome. What other good qualities does he even have? And the worst part is, that bastard dared to ask for a divorce. He stumped me, Wen Nuan. The totally wasted Xiao Nuan doesn't realize that Du Ziteng isn't even on her mind at all. It's not the alcohol that gets you drunk. You get drunk on your own sorrows. Hey there, beautiful. Think you can give me a chance? Buy you a drink? She's lost count of how many guys have hit on her tonight. Xiao Nuan just wants to drink alone in peace. She glances over at the around 41-year-old man wearing all designer clothes. Xiao Nuan frowns and asks, I make 6 figures a year. I own a watch worth over 1,000,000 yuan. I have high-ranking government relatives. I need you to buy me a drink. The middle-aged man chuckles, turns around and leaves. From her tone, he can tell this woman is not asking him a question. She is telling him she already has everything he just bragged about. Just when Xiao Nuan is about to get up and leave, another young guy comes up to hit on her. Do me a favor, yeah? All my friends are watching over there. Come over and have a drink with us. It's boring sitting here alone. Huh, your legs are so pretty, sis. You don't mind if I touch them, right? Fuck off. Xiao Nuan splashed the wine in her glass onto the face of that young street punk. The middle-aged uncle who was about to leave not far away turned back. He sat down a short distance away. It seemed he was waiting for a chance to play the hero saving the beauty. The punk who'd totally lost face dropped his act right away. He cursed bitch through gritted teeth. He raised his hand ready to get violent, but his hand never came down. Someone grabbed him by the wrist. A chubby guy appeared next to the young punk. You want to start a fight here, Shenjing? Do you want to get carried out of here? Not everyone is someone you can mess with. Got it. Shenjing's friends nearby noticed the commotion. They all stood up and walked over, but the chubby guy didn't even spare them a glance. He grabbed Shenjing's arm and flung him aside. Then he smiled gently at Xiao Nuan. Sis, why'd you come here alone? Xiao Nuan was already drunk at this point. She looked at the chubby guy in front of her with confused eyes. She tilted her head and asked curiously, Are you Shui's younger brother? I'm his sworn brother. My last name is Sun. You can just call me Fu Bao. This bar was opened by my uncle's sister and her partners. I hang out here all the time. Sis, did you drive here? It's not safe this late at night. It'd be bad if these bastards played dirty tricks on you. I already called Brother Yi just now. He should be here pretty soon? Shh. Shu Yi is coming. Xiao Nuan didn't know why she was panicking. She stumbled and tried to leave the bar. Why is it the more I don't want to see this guy, the more I can't get rid of him? If Xiao Nuan wanted to leave, Shenjing's crew definitely wouldn't let her go. They were yelling that they wanted an explanation. Sun Fubao frowned. He grabbed a chair, pointed at the troublemakers, and cursed. Don't push your luck, you lot. You really think I won't beat the crap out of you? Huazai, Go upstairs and tell the guys to stop playing. We got troublemakers here. My sis's family has connections up top, you know. Don't even think about causing trouble here. You losers who split the bill for drinks can't afford the consequences. The crowd knew they'd messed with the wrong person. They were pretty scared inside. They left with their tails between their legs. The middle-aged uncle in the distance saw there was no chance for him to play the hero saving the beauty. He was a little disappointed. But he didn't leave in a hurry. He wanted to see who this lily-like girl's man was. When Wen Nuan was stumbling along, right as she was about to walk out of the bar, she bumped straight into a man who was walking in. The man lifted her up in a princess carry. Sun Fubao grinned and turned to leave the bar. The onlookers also realized that her man had arrived. You drove here even after drinking. If Fubao hadn't found you, would you have just driven home by yourself? And you even came to a place like this? If Fubao wasn't here today, have you thought about what would have happened to you? What's the point of covering your face? Xiaonan, who was being carried in my arms in a princess hold, had both hands covering her face. She didn't want me to see what she looked like. I didn't feel like scolding her anymore. I turned around ready to leave the bar, but right after we stepped out of the bar, Xiaonan, hit by the cold wind, threw up all over me. I was this close to losing my mind right then. I gritted my teeth and said angrily, I really should take you to Mom right now. Let her know that right after we got divorced, you came to a bar to get drunk. Give me the car keys. Xiaonan looked at me groggily. She struggled and yelled, She's my mom, not yours. Fine, I'll take you back to your mom's house then. I don't have the key to the house. Xiaonan, were you not planning to go home at all? I was really getting angry now. Xiaonan hid in my arms, like a kid who'd done something wrong. Not long after, I heard the sound of sobbing. Shui, I don't have a home anymore. My mom sold my apartment. I had no other option. I could only take her back to the apartment I just rented. I slept on the couch the whole night, and when I woke up, my whole body was sore. What hurt more was my untouched bedding was taken by her. I was woken up by the phone. It was still dark outside. Xiaonan's phone kept ringing non-stop. I half asleep grabbed the phone and answered it. Right away, I heard from the other end of the line Chen Nuanqiu's furious roar, along with a bunch of her harsh words. When you get back, you little brat, I'm gonna skin you alive. I just told you you're not allowed to stay out overnight, and you dare to break the rule the very first day. After Chen Nuanqiu finished yelling, I said in a small voice, Mom, it's Shui. Xiaonan is with me. The call got hung up immediately. I stared at my phone in confusion. Just then a text message popped up. Old Wen and I are going on a trip. Let Xiaonan stay at your place. I won't worry about her at all. Dare call me again. I'll whoop your ass with military boxing. I stared at my phone, still confused. Does my mother-in-law not worry about Xiaonan at all? Well, there's nothing to worry about, I guess. We've lived together for 3 years after all. While I was still confused, Xiaonan snuck up behind me quietly, checking your phone. When we weren't divorced yet, I never saw you check my calls. When I was on the phone with Du Teng, you never asked anything either. Why are you checking your phone now that we're divorced? Want me to help you with that? I turned to look at Xiaonan, who hadn't even washed her face. I closed my eyes and took a deep breath. Xiaonan, if you dare drink again, I'll definitely tell Mom. I'm hungry. Xiaonan deliberately avoided the topic of drinking. She grabbed my phone, opened the block list right in front of me, and that idiot Du Teng's number was right there. Then tossed the phone onto the sofa. She hopped up and bounced to the bathroom to wash up. Looking at Xiaonuan's back, I felt really weird. We'd been divorced for less than a day, and now we're gonna live together again. Listening to her humming off-key in the bathroom, I stood up and walked to the kitchen. While making breakfast, I relayed what my mother-in-law said. Mom and old Wen went on a trip, and she said she took the house key with her. Mom told you to stay at my place. I don't mind. It's not like we haven't lived together before. Hurry up, Shuyi. I have to go to work today. Listening to her shameless words, I almost carried the frying pan to the bathroom to fight her. What the hell is this? We're already divorced. I broke the contract. I'm still 4 million in debt, and now we're living together again. My inner voice told me to fight back, so I took a deep breath. Hurry up and wash up. I need to wash up and head out too. I have a job interview today. Right after I said that, Xiaonuan poked half her head out of the bathroom. and asked confusedly, "She, you came back last night and even washed my clothes for me. Heh, why don't you skip work? Just be my personal nanny." I didn't want to watch my ex-wife get all lovey-dovey with her ex. Even if we had a contract marriage, I still have some male pride, okay? Ex, you mean that idiot Dutong? Shu Yi, you're jealous, aren't you? Do you like me, Shu Yi? I stayed silent. Xiaonan kept pressing me for answers. Helpless, I carried the breakfast and left the kitchen. Shu Yi, just say you're jealous, and I won't pick Dutong. Fine, I'm jealous. But you need to eat breakfast now, okay? And another unlucky thing for me. I have to take care of you again. That's your honor, duh. You know what, Shu Yi? Last night at the bar, so many guys hit on me. Eat your food. Neither of us noticed one thing. Something really important. The way we got along changed after the divorce. I wasn't all respectful and formal to Xiao Nuan anymore, and she didn't treat me like a nanny anymore either. She was scared I'd ask her more about the bar, and when she heard me say I was jealous, she was in a really good mood. All her bad mood was gone instantly. She didn't mind living here at all. Meanwhile, I was screaming inside my head. I'm way unluckier than the most miserable guy on earth, but I still have to pay back the 4 million debt. While we were eating, I got a reply from Glory Group. They said I can go to the office for a talk today if I'm free. Then I stumbled all the way to Glory Group's headquarters. Just as I was about to stride forward to meet my new challenge, a bright red Ford Raptor brushed past my nose and zoomed right in front of me. All my original confidence was scared away in a second. When I came back to my senses, the Raptor had already stopped far ahead. A woman got out of the car, wearing a black bodycon skirt and a pair of 7 or 8 centimeter high heels. She had a super hot figure, in a bold and eye-catching outfit, but in my eyes, this bitch almost killed me. She's basically a murderer. Before I could go up to argue with her, the curvy woman trotted all the way over, disappeared through the entrance of Rongyao Group. I stroked my chin, muttering to myself in my mind, that chick is definitely sketchy. Inside the interview office of Rongyao Group's HR department, I sat on a chair. 3 interviewers sat across from me, 2 men and 1 woman. This feeling reminded me of the time when I was interrogated at the police station. The female interviewer sitting in the middle spoke first. Let me introduce myself first. I'm Zhao, manager of the HR department. I'll ask you some questions to know more about you. These 2 will evaluate your answers and experience to make the final call on whether we can form a partnership with you. At Rongyao Group, all staff are partners of the company. There is no employment relationship here. Also, compared to other corporations, we are much more people-oriented. Now I'll walk you through our company policies first. You can decide if you want to proceed with the interview. Manager Zhao had a gentle look on her face. There was no condescending tone in her words either. That made me feel really comfortable. After learning about the company policies, I said I could accept all the rules. Manager Zhao smiled with her eyes crinkled. Compared to Changxiang Group, Rongyao treats our staff way more humanely. Working here isn't selling yourself into slavery. Now I'm going to start asking you questions. While you are satisfied with us, we also need to be satisfied with you. First, give us a self-introduction, please. I smiled back and said softly, Shu Yi. Han ethnicity, 25 years old, divorced. 3 years of work experience in Changxiang Group's planning department. I've planned several small projects, and also participated in planning projects for Rongyao Group. I only have a high school diploma. My family had an emergency when I was a freshman, so I dropped out of college. May I take the liberty to ask the reason for your divorce? There was a huge gap between my ex-wife's family background and mine. I didn't want to hold her back. If we ask you to come up with a plan to compete against Rongzhuang World, where would you start? I don't think we need to target Rongzhuang World at all. It's just a low-end brand. Most of its customers are middle-aged and elderly people. Rongzhuang World is nothing but a solution to save Changxiang Department Store. It's just a forced move for their business transformation. Rongyao Department Store generates most of its revenue from jewelry stores and luxury brand counters. If we try to copy Rongzhuang World, there is no point at all, and the result won't be pretty either. Last question. Why did you leave Changxiang Group? It's too far from my home. Does that count as a valid reason? Okay, we'll get back to you by tomorrow night at the latest. We look forward to working with you, Mr. Shu. As I walked out of the room, I was still kind of confused. When I had one foot out the door, I suddenly turned back and asked a question. Is that Raptor downstairs your company's car? As soon as I asked this question, all three interviewers looked a bit awkward. Manager Zhao stood up and said awkwardly, Are you hurt, Mr. Shu? This car does belong to the company, it's just... Got it. When I meet the owner of this car, I'm gonna smack her twice. Don't blame me for being rude. She was wearing 8 high heels and almost knocked me flying. I left, leaving the three interviewers looking at each other, wondering if they should write down that last remark. It's not the first time that little madam has driven in high heels. And everyone in the company knows, never cross the square around 9 a.m. Don't wander around the open area. Always use the pedestrian walkway. Manager Zhao sighed. I think he's good. We can hire him on a trial basis first. We have a 1-month probation period anyway. It's also written in the contract. We can dismiss him without reason within 1 month. As for the thing where he almost got hit, just take it as that little madam's welcome gift. All of us have gone through that after all. This has become a tradition at Rongyao Group. While waiting for the elevator, I was still full of fear. I wondered if this was the karma for getting divorced. I just got divorced. Then got beaten up by Chen Nuan Q. Then Xiao Nuan came back. I almost got hit by a car this morning. And the interview didn't go that well either. The elevator door opened. I was full of weird thoughts and just took one step out, when I felt something soft against my chest. Before I could see what was in front of me, I got a hard punch to the lower abdomen. Then a sharp, angry shout came to my ears. Are you blind when you walk? You're taking advantage of me. Do you want to die? Before she finished speaking, someone grabbed my hair, got punched in the face, and with my hair being pulled, I flew into a rage. I reached out and grabbed the woman's hair right away. The woman let out a sharp scream. She stomped hard on my shoe with her high heel. Then I howled in pain right after. This time I could clearly see the person in front of me. She was the woman who almost ran me over just now. Tell me which department you work in. I'm gonna fire you right now. Let go of me right now. As she spoke, she pulled my hair even harder. I don't consider myself a gentleman, so I didn't hold back either. I gnashed my teeth and roared angrily. I don't even work for your damn company. You almost hit me downstairs earlier. I was just wondering where to find you. The commotion drew a crowd of onlookers. The three interviewers also hurried over quickly, because they knew those two voices all too well. When Manager Zhao from the HR department saw the scene, he was instantly dumbfounded. Shu Yi, let go right now. Ms. Liu, you let go too, come on. All the employees are watching. Shu Yi, you let go first. Ms. Liu is a lady. Ms. Liu. I frowned and let go of my hand. But unexpectedly, this woman didn't let go at all. She even opened her mouth to bite my neck. Seeing this, Manager Zhao hurriedly tried to persuade her and stop her. He finally talked Ms. Liu into letting go after much persuasion. At this point, we were both disheveled, glaring at each other angrily. Liu Ruyan bent down to take off her shoe to throw at me. Manager Zhao quickly held Ms. Liu tight to persuade her. Then he signaled me to leave first. He said he'd call later to apologize on behalf of Ms. Liu. I snorted and walked into the elevator. What freaking bad luck. Liu Ruyan tidied her hair and said softly, Manager Zhao, do you know this guy? Manager Zhao helped her adjust her short skirt and replied in a low voice, Ms. Liu, he came for an interview today. You almost hit him downstairs just now. I know, good-looking guys just annoy me. You can only look but can't have them. Why not run them over? Wait, he's the interviewee. Tell him to come to work tomorrow. He dared to pull my hair, and even took advantage of me. Let's see how I mess with you. With that, Liu Ruyan walked away. As she left, she lifted her skirt and tugged at the safety shorts underneath. Everyone present dared to be angry, but didn't dare say a word. The company is great in every way, except this general manager is downright creepy. Right after I left the company, I got a text saying I was hired. It said I can start work the day after tomorrow, Monday. I can get all the formalities done at the front desk. But I had this weird feeling like a lamb walking into a tiger's den. I couldn't turn it down, though. Getting into Glory Group is the first step of my plan, and also the most important step. Only here can I find a chance to show off my talent. The 3 years I lived with Xiao Nuan shattered all my beautiful fantasies about women. How can a woman who lives alone have such a messy room? Thinking of Xiao Nuan, I gave my mother-in-law a call to ask when the old couple would come back. The call got through. Hello? Xiao Yi? Your mom is playing mahjong. I'm in Sanya right now. listening to the sound of the mahjong machine on the phone. I felt my blood pressure shooting up. What a lame excuse. The old couple just don't want Xiao Nuan to come back and disturb their couple time. But I really don't dare send Xiao Nuan back. I have to save face for Lao Wen and my mother-in-law, and also save some face for Xiao Nuan. After all, I was the one who asked for the divorce. Thinking of Xiao Nuan again, I felt like my life got even more depressing. Who would have thought? The vice president of Changxiang Company, who's rumored to be a clean freak, is no different from a pig at home. This young lady taught me what it means to never lift a finger to do housework. It's all tears when I talk about it. In a luxurious villa, Chen Nuan-Qiu had already got off the mahjong table. She left to scold Lao Wen, who spilled the beans just now. Lao Wen, dressed in casual clothes, frowned, looking sadly at the wife who has bullied him for so many years. He sighed and said, "Do you really think what we're doing is okay? What if something goes wrong?" Chen Nuan-Qiu peeled an orange, handed it to Lao Wen, and said with a frown, "There's a lot going on between these two kids. I've already found out most of what happened. Has that little ungrateful brat called us, saying she wants to come home? She's long gotten used to being taken care of by Shu Yi. You don't have to worry about it. We've known Shu Yi for 3 years. Don't you know what kind of person he is? Let me tell you secretly. Shu Yi smokes. He didn't smoke a single cigarette for 3 whole years just for that little brat. What could possibly happen to that little brat?" Lao Wen put down the orange, leaned back, tilted his head to look at Chen Nuan-Qiu, and said with a frown, "It's totally fine for Shu Yi to smoke, but when I smoke, it's not allowed, Chen Nuan-Qiu. That's way too much. What? You gonna divorce me over this? I'm in a good mood today. I'll let you have 2 cigarettes." Old Wen acted like he just got an imperial edict. He stood up and trotted all the way to smoke on the balcony with his old friends. Actually, Chen Nuan-Qiu had called Xiao Nuan earlier. As long as she apologized, she could get the house key and move back home. But that little ungrateful brat didn't say a word and hung up the phone right away. She clearly has someone backing her up now. Then what the hell is there to worry about? Chen Nuan-Qiu went back to the mahjong table. I wandered around the supermarket pushing a cart, wondering what to make for dinner. In the end, I bought a section of pork intestine, plus some green beans and mushrooms. When I got back home, Xiaonan was already there. She specially bought herself a set of yellow cartoon pajamas printed with little bears. She was sitting on the couch eating chips and watching TV. When she saw me standing by the stairs, she put down the chips, looked up and yelled, "Shu Yi, I'm hungry." I took a deep breath and said softly, "Are you planning to stay here long term?" Shodan nodded hard. "I can pay for the food and rent." "Shu Yi, I got disowned. I called my mom. She didn't answer and even texted to scold me. Let me see the text." I deleted it. "Are you trying to snoop on my phone? Fine, here you go, take a look." "I'm going to the bathroom." Xiaonan clenched her fist and yelled, "The guy I nicknamed Stomach Ache is officially blocked. No particular reason. Xiaonan just didn't want that jerk to annoy her. He likes foreign girls, huh? As if I'm gonna serve his ass." When I was washing the vegetables, Xiaonan snuck into the kitchen. She had her hands behind her back, curiously staring at the ingredients in the sink, and said quietly, "All of these are my favorites. Aren't you scared I wouldn't come back today?" I kept washing the vegetables without turning around, and replied softly, "Don't you hate the smell of the kitchen?" "What are you sneaking in here for? I'm not a picky eater. If you didn't come back, I'd still eat all this myself." "Hey, Shu Yi, you've changed. Sure enough, all men are fickle. It's only been a few days since the divorce, and you're already this cold to me. Don't forget I'm still your creditor. Pay me back now." "You say you're not a picky eater. Then why didn't you buy crabs?" Xiaonan always bought pre-cooked crabs to eat at home. In the years after we got married, she only ever fought with me once. The reason was that Xiaonuan bought crabs and asked me to cook them. I couldn't bring myself to do it, so I raised them in the fish tank instead. Then the next day, I saw Xiaonuan throw each live wriggling crab into the boiling pot. I had a dark look on my face the entire night after that. I didn't make dinner, nor did I wash the dishes or clean up the kitchen.